So, I just got through binging the first 6 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, and here's what I thought about it. So, I'm not gonna lie, I had my thoughts on this show when it was first announced, like, because I loved the first 3 seasons of Daredevil. I loved the Defenders. Like, they were damn near, like, perfect superhero television, right? Well, I was very apprehensive whenever I was going into this whole Daredevil Born Again thing because, let's face it, Marvel TV does not have a good track record of consistency with good television. Like, they'll put out something somewhat decent, pretty good, like Loki. I actually enjoyed WandaVision. Like, I was probably one of the few. But then you turn around and release something like Secret War or She-Hulk, and those were not good television at all. I mean, it started strong. They're they brought back all the original cast. The fight scene in the first episode was amazing. I mean, not equivalent to the hallway scene because nothing beats that, from season one. But like, it was a really great fight scene. Charlie Cox still is the best depiction of Daredevil so far. Like, even if this show was garbage, he still would have been because of the first 3 seasons of Daredevil. I mean, it was episode 1 was great, but it was also heartbreaking. Like, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I will say that there is a death in the cast, but you got to go watch it for yourself. I'm not going to tell you. And then episodes 2 to 6 or 2 to 5 were all really great character development and wise, and setting up Matt Murdock's life at this point in his life, fleshing out the characters, getting everything built up. Like, it was really good. Like, I didn't mind spending those episodes with mainly Matt Murdock. And then in episode 6, because they kept peppering little hints of who the villain is, and I'm not talking about Wilson Fisk. I'm talking about the other. I don't know if it's going to be a side villain or a secondary villain or what, but they peppered Muse in there, and the way they did it was really kind of cool. Like, I'm not even tripping that they used Muse as the bad guy, because like they made him actually seem like villainous and maniacal. Like, I mean, it's really kind of cool. And even the little bit we've got of Frank Castle as the Punisher so far in this season was really good, and I like the way they're bringing him back. It actually makes sense. I mean, with the plot and the scenario and everything going on, the Punisher showing back up makes sense. And it's not like, well, obviously it does, because like I said at the beginning, I was real apprehensive because one of the things that they were talking about in the news was all the rewrites and the reshoots that they did, and I finally found out why. They were doing all the reshoots because they scrapped the original concept of Daredevil Born Again, which was going to be a procedural attorney show and barely have any kind of Daredevil into it. Well, they took that footage, worked it into a new script, because after they fired those people, they went and hired back a bunch of the people that wrote the original Daredevil series. And instead of just wasting that footage, they kind of peppered it in and made it something cool. And that's fine. That's cool. Don't mind it at all. But like I said, so far, like, it's all doing pretty good. The use of the characters is really good, and I don't really know how to review this without spoiling it. Except, you know what? There's a few things that doesn't really matter. Like the reason it makes sense for Frank Castle to come back is because you've got all these cops that like got the Punisher logo in some form or fashion, going around doing things that Frank just. If you remember the comic books, Frank did not like the Punisher police, like using his logo and like basically doing things in his honor that he wouldn't do. And Vincent D'Onofrio, however you say his name, he is still the greatest pick they could have gotten for Kingpin. I mean, he was the best part of a lot of the things that had Kingpin in them in the past couple. Like, I mean, Hawkeye, I actually didn't mind Hawkeye, but I thought it was cool to kind of throw Kingpin in there at the end. And I did not watch Echo, but they reference Echo in Born Again for like a second. And I don't know, like, I don't know if that one was good or not because I never watched it. Maybe I'll go back and watch it. Leave me a comment, tell me if it's worth it, because Born Again has been great. Anything Vincent D'Onofrio touches is pretty good whenever he's Kingpin. And apparently Charlie Cox was in Echo. I just don't know if it was good. I'm going to go check it out, I guess. But I said that whenever it came to She-Hulk and was very disappointed. Like, it was, I don't even want to talk about that. All I'm saying is I am going to watch the rest of this show, and I hope they don't screw it up, because so far, Born Again has been really good, and I'm really happy with it. And later on, when Daredevil actually comes face to face with Muse, it was really awesome so far. I can't complain. And the little complaints I do have, let's face, I mean, they're nothing big. It's just I've got some little nitpicky things, but it has nothing to do with the overall story of the show, and it has nothing to do with any kind of ridiculousness that's been festering and making its way into Marvel Television. So for now, I'm gonna give it a 7, because if Daredevil was, my top tier favorite 10, this is not quite as good as the original Daredevil show, but it has potential as long as they stick with good writing, good character development, and they don't mess it up. But I'm gonna tell you, give it a shot. I mean, if you liked Daredevil seasons 1 through 3, if you liked Defenders, then it's worth it. It's worth at least a quick watch. And like I said, it gets kind of slow because episodes 2 through 5, I don't think you see any Daredevil. I think it's just Matt Murdock, but it's still really, like, it's good. It's good. There's still some cool action scenes in there. He just doesn't have the suit at that point. And like I said, I don't want to say anything to spoil anymore, but just give it a watch. It's good. I hope you like the review. I'm not in a studio or anything. I'm just having to do these on my phone at the moment because, well, for those of y'all that know, my house burnt down, and I'm in the process of setting up somewhere to do videos that are more, higher quality. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and I wish you the best, and have a good day, and enjoy some TV. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, or do what I'm doing right now and getting out and touching some grass.